What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Overdrive. Before we begin, I'd like to thank Zentaro, Preferred Selection, Pet Rock, Blue One John, Meister Gherkin Salad, Baron Von Vandekamp, Zithis, Buzzkill, Hyper Exalted God King, Springbacker, Ultra Day, Margaret and Decker, Lyricsroll5232 for being members of our Patreon. If you'd like to be a member of our Patreon, go to patreon.com and see the link in the description. And today, I'm going to show off something that I don't know if I ever did. Someone pointed out that this was a recent change, and they weren't sure if I did a video on it, so I was like, yeah, why not? The fact that loaded mines can now be affected by stuff like homing strikes and calibrate and stuff, so we're going to do loaded railgun.
Okay.
And it's going to be great.
How great?
So great. It's going to be just the greatest.
Okay.
Architect, because we want the big angry mines. And then early railgun just ain't what it used to be. But
Little gray cow.
yeah, she ain't what she used to be. Little swarmy boys. The railgun's arch nemesis. Oh, did you see that snipe?
It was good.
Sure, I'll get some magnitudinal. The swarms, which are just the worst.
That is Railgun's hardest early game problem.
We're gonna get mines because we need the mines. And then we're gonna swing over here.
Obviously, once you get the loaded mines and get it started with calibrate things, you're going to want to turn off the auto deploy.
Probably.
Because otherwise, it won't really have any time to calibrate.
Probably.
You're probably going to want to warp strike at some point.
Oh, we're definitely warp striking.
Get him.
Homing at some point.
Nah.
No?
Just warp strike.
There we go. We got him. We could do better right now. Mine specialist.
Wow, that's pretty good. Warp towards blink.
Well, we need it for warp strike.
Plus, it's blink. It's good for safety.
Ugh.
You get there eventually.
It's very slow early on. Probably be better off just.
Ooh, challenger.
I'm actually gonna get targeting.
You would.
Yeah, I would. I'm just gonna continue haphazardly throwing mines behind me without a care in the world until they're loaded, and then I might have a couple cares in the world.
More towards blink.
Rapid fire's good as well, but we'll work towards blink. Alright. There's nothing in that supply train, really. Burnout reactors does not give me any extra mine damage. It just makes that so I can build the mines faster, and I don't think I really need that. So I'll just grab the payload for now for bigger, angrier shots while I wait for the good stuff to come on in. Don't worry, if someone sneaks up behind me, they're dead. See, like that guy?
Got him.
Never saw it coming. Well, we can't get guidance. Elegant construction is something we do want, so I guess we'll grab that. Oh, there's so many things that I want here all of a sudden.
I think the blink is still...
The homing strikes, the blink velocity, rapid fire.
I think the blink is still more important personally, but there's a lot of good options here.
I want all of them.
As I say, I think for me the priority was blink, homing strike, velocity.
My priority was I want all of them.
Yes.
Give them to me. Walk into my grenades.
There's velocity again.
There's charge shot for charged mines.
Yep.
Once I load them. But getting velocity going because I need like all of this.
Yep.
God, that hammerhead had every health. Well, there's the homing strike. I'd also love a volley. Volley wouldn't be bad.
Volley would be nice.
Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting. Okay. Ouch. Tracers. There they go. I want to eventually work on blast radius, but I'm really tired of not having what I want in life.
True. You could maelstrom.
This is...
Yeah, this is a little painful. Volley's fine.
So, no loaded mines. Those don't exist. Hey, loaded mines.
There you go.
I just had to complain about it.
That's how it works.
Okay.
It's like, technically speaking, you don't have to take that off until you get calibrate.
I suppose that's true.
But get in the habit.
And then I can just be like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but it would have been better if you'd done that inside the station.
Yeah, look, I'm building back fast enough.
That's true.
Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, wee woo. Very wee woo, actually. Extremely wee woo.
A scale from 1 to weeing and wooing. Where would you say I'm at? Sharp inhale?
Yep. That was just because I was struggling to breathe, that's all.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Well. Too bad. Can't prove otherwise. Oh, careful.
I'm fine. See? Everything's a-okie dokie. Don't be scared.
Look, just a little bit.
You sounded more than a little bit scared.
Firing ray's fine. You only have 2 rerolls. So, firing ray's real good.
Got him. There's the charge shot.
Get the charge shot again.
Got him. Got him, but in a bad way. Ow. Calibrate.
So now your loaded mines can calibrate?
Supposedly. That's what I'm told.
Well, I mean, we can test it. Drop a mine, pop it immediately, and see how much damage it does.
Oh. Did you catch that?
Ish.
And then did you catch that? Um. I guess I'll get hull string. I'd like to get sniped so that I can get warp strike.
That would be nice.
I'm going to... Don't die! I'm considering giving up my shield for Apex. So I'm preparing myself.
There's the snipe.
There's the snipe.
Apex is scary, but you could do it.
Well,
that's real scary since you don't have any of the talents to keep your hull safer.
I have some of them. Thank you very much. I don't have none of them. I would even say most of them. At least half, depending on if you're counting Juggernaut is one that I should have. Because it's debatable. It's more health, but more slow. One day, I'll have the tools that I require.
You get charge mines.
Charge mines would certainly be among them. I'll get slow, but it'll give me more safety, technically.
Yeah.
And more...
Weapon damage.
Weapon damage.
Once again, though, does Rancor do anything if you go charge mines?
The top part probably doesn't. Because I'm not charging my weapon.
Oh, but the rest of it will still be good. Yeah. That's true.
Is it worth it? Questionable,
probably.
but I don't got rerolls, so...
Plus it helps right now.
The game does not got what I need at the moment. Bismarcky would be so disappointed. Alright.
Well, there's Juggernaut. If you wanted it.
If I wanted it. I'm gonna get Incendiary Strike. Incendiary Strike works pretty good with the railgun.
That is true.
Which I guess means that I should get Candescence at some point.
I prefer bottled essence.
I prefer free-ranged essence.
Hippie.
Yeah. Well, there's the Warp Strike.
There you go.
That's one piece of the puzzle.
Oh my god, he found the one piece.
One piece?
You said that like sucked in.
Well, that's how you gotta say it.
Is it?
That's the rule. I don't make it up.
I've only seen a few episodes of One Piece, but I don't think that's accurate.
Oh, it's not from the show. I have not seen any episodes of One Piece. Ow.
Yeah, watch out for those swarm guys. All that vulnerability stacks stack up real fast.
I'll get regeneration.
That's a good idea.
I also need to get to the bottom of a construct tree so that I have the ability to get Apex, which means I need to get the if you hit me I drop a mine talent.
Retribution?
Yeah, that's the one. My brain wanted to say retaliation, and I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that too. Ravioli Nation. Hey, look, retribution.
Well, now we can get Apex at some point.
Oh, ravioli sounds good.
We can have it.
No. Dang keto pastas.
There's charged mines. So that'll certainly help. Whoo! That certainly packs more of a wallop. I'm over here still trying to charge when I can't. It's no longer in the cards for me.
Correct. It's not your thing anymore.
You know what? I'm gonna
Heavy
grab the mastery.
Oh.
Now I'm just gonna hit Q when I want people to die. Oh, I didn't mean me. Well, there's Apex. So now with extra long assembly time.
You think you still want to go back to the auto mines?
Yes. That's like pretty primo timing.
It's not bad.
2 rerolls.
And then you oversee. That would no longer have primo timing, I think.
No. But Bravingus gives me more mind power. Oh, and then I just hold for 5 and then get more mind power.
That's true.
Now we're cooking. And I remembered to wait early enough where it's probably not going to be too bad. All right. Just kind of every couple of seconds clear the screen. Oh, they missed a spot. Alright, so now that we're sort of settling in on what the build is, where are you feeling?
I don't think it's going to be as good as yesterday's.
No construct, well, no like big friendo build, so you don't have the confidence for it?
Correct.
It has to be friendos for you?
Not necessarily.
Friendos to the endo?
I just think that you had loaded mines yesterday, and
You know,
and then more things.
It wasn't quite like this.
You're right, it wasn't, but
So I am just kind of floating around. I do have the ability to shoot for myself. I just haven't been.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm not an architect yet. I don't know if I will be. Probably not. But. Alright. Beautiful. Well, that guy didn't last very long. There we go.
Something happens to most guys.
Enough of that.
I'm sorry.
Alright then. How do you think this is going to do on Snake Eater? Well, I guess we're going to get a preview on Punchy.
Yeah, we have 114 Warbringers. Like, what? I think he'll do just fine on Punchy. Like, unless he, like, doesn't allow your mines to charge enough.
3 waves. Ooh, with some big XP. Is it big enough XP to get to the level 5 bonus beforehand? Depending on what these waves are. Not that one. No. So no. That said, his minions drop XP. So there's a world where I hit it mid-fight.
That's true.
There's halfway.
Which means if he vortexes, you got a worse one.
So let's try to kill him before he vortexes. Oh, if we had terminate. Oh no, he's still got punchy face. Oh yeah, he's super dead.
All right.
So yeah, just kill him before he vortexes, and then it's easy peasy. Oh, now we got freaking. Oh, look at the boost mines.
Boost mines are pretty great.
Come on, you got to be able to appreciate that.
I do indeed.
You know what that was?
It was boostiful?
It was thumbnail bait.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't have to, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty nice. It just kind of happens automatically. So I'm mostly just here to pick up XP now and try to dodge out of the way. Oh, hell. Hello.
I do think it's funny watching them get bullied from 8 different directions.
I'm not going to say they deserved it, but I'm not going to not say they deserved it.
And there's the incandescence. Yep.
For the stuff that survives. Alright. Well, evolutionary niche is more mind power.
That's true.
I do want to get blast readers at some point, but Evo niche is the rare. The Spawns aren't really getting to spawn very much.
No.
These guys came in with the shields. They're like, you can't stop us. All right. Got him. So if you don't think this is gonna top 10 or go as far as last time, where do you think it goes?
High 200s? 287?
287. You think I'm gonna trip before the 300 finish line?
I think something weird's going to happen and you're just going to get biffed.
I'm gonna get biffed.
You're going to get like triple bounce around the edge of the screen and it's going to like hull chunk you 3 times and then just get mined to death.
You know.
Yeah, there's a world.
Most of the action is coming from my mind, so if my shot is a little delayed, who cares? Just beef up the mines. All right.
All right, so now you Overseer.
Overseer would just give me more mines and slightly faster construct speed, which I don't necessarily want. Because this construct speed allows the charge to charge up at a pretty good level. So, yeah. We want to get the rapid fire because I'm going to get the triple tap and all that. Get the extra rate of fire for my stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I'm the space Roomba. Oh, it's boosted.
It is indeed a boost.
Go. Hello, friends. All right. Now we're cooking. I guess I should at some point consider getting like a terminate just so I can just in my mind shred something, and then if it's just not quite dead enough I can go eh. Another thing to consider was antimatter. My bullets would hit other bullets, but the mine bullets wouldn't, but the mine bullets would also benefit from the extra base damage. So I think it's another route that I would like to go, but Give me the terminate first, I think. Alright, so while these mines sort of play itself for a while, James, what's your opinion on the Switch 2 that just got announced?
It exists.
It does exist.
I don't know. I'm in a weird boat where I'm just like, all right.
So I wouldn't say I'm concerned about it, but I think Nintendo should be concerned about it.
The fact that they just actually just called it the Switch 2? Are people going to just do, is it going to be the Wii U situation all over again?
The Wii U was such a disaster for them, and it feels like they're doing the exact same thing.
Because honestly, that's exactly what I felt. I was like, the Switch 2 looks and feels like it's just a slightly stronger Switch. Now, it's one of those things where other companies have done the same thing. Like PlayStation from day one has been like, this is the PlayStation 1, this is the PlayStation 2.
But they all look different, and it's typically handled differently.
Right. The Switch 2 just looks like a slightly bigger Switch.
So, ouch. I gotta stay behind you.
And I'm one of those weirdos where I'm just like, I don't necessarily care about the specs of the system as much. Sure, the Switch is a weaker system, but Nintendo's always had weaker systems.
Well, look, I just need it to be strong enough to play the games that I want to play.
Yeah.
And admittedly, on the Switch, if there was a choice between playing it on the Switch and then playing it on another console, I would play it on another console because
optimized better, sure.
The Switch didn't look as good. But the main thing...
That's a 202 Crucible.
Of course it is.
I will say that if it does perform better and devs are allowed to make things that perform better, I would like, the next Pokemon game to not be 90% bugs.
Yeah.
Because I really like Scarlet and Violet, but it's just a performance mess.
So, for me, it's the parallels are astounding. So, Nintendo, back in ye olden times, came out with the Nintendo Wii. And It turned out to be, at the time, their highest-selling console ever made.
Yes.
It did gangbusters.
Well, yeah. Because it was built as the first real console that was like, we have games intended for everyone.
So they did that. It did really well. And then they came out with the Wii U, where they're just like, it's the Wii, but it's got like a couple extra doodads and it's a little more powerful. And then, the people who pay attention to video games, like me or you or something, is like, all right, I get that. I understand that. New console, sure. Like, the moms and the granddads and the people who aren't really big into video games, but played the Wii because their kids got it for them and they enjoyed Wii bowling or whatever. Right. They just think that it's a Wii with extra steps. And then that was a lot of the people who bought the Wii. The Wii U does terribly, historically bad. It was catastrophic.
Yes.
So then they come out with the Switch. New best-selling console they've ever done. Portable, brand new, fresh. Everyone loves it. And then they milk that for 8 million years. Now the Switch 2 comes out. Other than it being slightly bigger, it looks almost identical to the Switch. It's called the Switch 2. It's nothing new. They didn't go with something completely different, which admittedly, PlayStation does PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
Xbox always does like a different number and a letter because they have no idea what they're doing with their life. But Nintendo is always, when they have a new console that matters, it's always called something quite different.
Correct.
And even the two times that they didn't do that, the Wii U failed miserably, and the Switch 2 remains to be seen.
It's not even the only time. The same thing happened to the DSi.
True. So it's just
the
whole thing.
And the Switch is an even weirder case because even as somebody who does follow video games, like we do video games for a living-ish.
Yeah.
The Switch 2 is really the Switch 3 because they had the Switch OLED.
But that wasn't a different Switch. That was a Switch with a nicer screen.
Right, but my point is that if you don't know video games, what's the difference? What, right? What's the difference between the Switch OLED and the Switch 2? It's just a slightly bigger Switch, which is this is what they're doing. So I am in full agreement that I think Switch 2 is not the way to go. With the name at the very least.
Can we talk about how absolutely giga-wrecked this guy is getting?
Yeah.
He's super dead.
Wow. All right, well. I'm very wrong on how good this build is.
So yeah, that's my concerns about the Switch 2. And I say concerns, not being really concerned. I don't work at Nintendo. If the whole thing bombs, it's no skin off my back.
Right.
It's baffling to me that they would look at what is happened in the past and be like, but maybe this time will be different. And maybe it will be.
And maybe it will be.
Like, I'm no video game console selling expert man.
I will say that I think that, and this is gonna come across really, really weird. Part of, I think, why the Wii U didn't do as well, aside from just the name difference, the Wii U didn't really have any games that were exclusively Wii U.
Yeah.
To make people go, oh, I can't just play this on the Wii? Like, there were a few things here and there, but most of them were updates or ports from other systems.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know that, like, the Wii U version of, like, Batman Arkham had some cool things with the new controller thing.
The HD remake of Wind Waker was a Wii U thing.
Yeah. But they're just, you know, just updates, right? And I'm in a weird position where I'm still on the fence of if exclusive games is a good thing or not.
Well,
but
that's always sort of been Nintendo's shtick.
Right.
I will say that, much like the Wii U, which is technically a benefit, but it's another thing to confuse mom and dad. It's completely backwards compatible, so your Switch games work on the Switch too, which makes it feel even more like it's just a Switch.
But it being backwards compatible is fine.
Yes.
And this is, again, from a gamer, this would make me a little upset. It's like, okay, now I have to go get a Switch 2. But from a Nintendo standpoint, like, they just announced, sort of, they like stealth announced with it, that they're clearly working on a new Mario Kart for the Switch 2.
Unless that is just purely, like, just real footage. That they've done that sometimes.
Yeah, it could be. But let's assume for a brief moment they are working on Mario Kart 9 or whatever they're going to call it.
Which I would be shocked if they weren't, because Mario Kart is one of their huge money makers and a console seller.
The Switch, all right, let's finish one thought first, because
yeah.
Because I've got two thoughts on here now. If they are coming out with Mario Kart 9, and Mario Kart 9 is exclusively on the Switch 2,
sure,
then it'll be fine. But if they come out with Mario Kart 9 and they said, here, you can buy it for the Switch or the Switch 2, well, then there's no incentive for gamers to upgrade to the Switch 2 other than, oh, it's the cooler, newer, more powerful system. But for the mom and pop, you've already got a Switch. Here's the new game. You can play it on the Switch. There's no need for the new one.
So, I would be interested to see how they do that. Because I do remember we were, like, one of the, like, 2 of the 3 people on the planet who played freaking Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Because we had the Wii U before we had the Switch. We didn't have the Switch yet.
Right.
And we wanted to play the game, but we didn't want to get the Switch yet. So.
Yeah. That's exactly it. We played Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Exactly.
Not a lot of people realize that it was on the Wii U.
So them having the non-exclusive games means that there's no incentive to upgrade quick. Boost. And I'll also say the flip side of that is that Nintendo has been doing a weird thing on the Switch here. Like, as far as Nintendo consoles go, the Switch has been out for a long time.
Yes.
The Switch is an old machine at this point, as far as gaming and development are concerned.
Sure. Absolutely. It's like 8+ years, something like that.
Yeah, something crazy. And to that end, Nintendo has had a couple of their games that they have been focusing on just constantly updating the games. Thinking like we're talking Mario Kart here. Mario Kart 8 is so absurdly massive, just in scope of how much game is in that game in comparison to every other Mario Kart. No other Mario Kart has anywhere near the number of tracks or the number of characters, because they kept being like...
Because they do like the as-a-service model kind of thing, where it's just like, we're going to keep giving you DLCs and season passes to keep building on this game instead of making a new one.
Well, right, and that's all fine and dandy. And I honestly,
oh, that hurt a lot.
Ooh, that did hurt a lot. I wasn't necessarily opposed to it, especially since it's like I'm already paying for the service.
I'm gonna die. I gotta get behind you.
Especially since I was like, I'm already paying for the service, so all these new tracks and whatnot coming out from Mario Kart 8 are just included in what I'm already paying for. It was like, this is cool. This is a very, very impressive game now. Mario Kart 9 is going to come out. It's going to have 16 tracks, assuming. And it's going to be like, well, all right, but is this going to be worth...
Well, they'll probably be like, and then the season pass, where in X amount of months we'll unleash this and this and this.
Yeah, and that's how, and obviously that's how games go. But like,
they did the same with like Smash Ultimate and stuff. Be like character packs.
And Smash Ultimate is another huge thing because they said for the longest time that Smash Ultimate is the last Smash, but.
Sakurai, I think, said it was the last Smash because that poor man is so tired.
Right.
But I would not put it past him to be like, but what if?
But what if? Nintendo just be like, new Smash. And then Sakurai's like, but I said no. And Nintendo's like, yeah, but we said yes.
Revelation, I'm going to believe.
But what about the flip side of that? Do you think Nintendo would work on a new Smash? Or do you think Nintendo would be like, here's Smash Ultimate for the Switch 2? And if they did that, would anybody bother?
I think if they put Smash Ultimate on Switch 2, no one cares. I'm sure people will get it just for the convenience if they're just porting their whole Nintendo life from a Switch to a Switch 2. But it's backwards compatible, so even in that world, who cares?
That's true. It can already put true. It can already put Smash Ultimate on the Switch 2 just by putting the cartridge in the system.
So
it's backwards compatible. Yeah.
So I would say that if they want to create buzz using that property, they have to make something new. Because with the old stuff, backwards compatible, I don't think anyone is going to be too worried about like the HD upgrade of Smash Bros.
True.
Like, it's fine.
So then, the only other thing that I'm concerned about, concerned is not necessarily the right word, that's what I'm going to say about it.
Sure.
There's been lots and lots of talk and lots of hype about Pokemon ZA, Legend ZA.
Yeah.
I am super stoked for it, but we honestly still to this day don't know that much about the game.
The fact that it's going to be on the Switch 2?
Well, is it going to be a Switch 2 exclusive?
I think there's a strong likelihood that it would.
Is that why we haven't seen too much? Because they're like, they've actually been developing it for the Switch 2, and it's going to come out as like a launch title, and we're not putting it on the Switch.
That wouldn't surprise me even a little bit.
And then that, I think.
See, now that's the difference between first party and third party. First party can do stuff like that, and what are you going to do about it? Third party, they just want to sell their game, so they'll put it on anything that you let them put it on.
Well, that's true. Look at Doom. You can play it on refrigerators. Or Skyrim, is the more like Doom's like the joke because you could put that thing on anything, but Skyrim's been ported to frickin' literally every console that exists. You can play Skyrim on your N-Gage. Like
Persona 5 came out on the PS3.
Yeah.
Because they're just like PS3, PS4, we'll do both. The new Persona 3 remake came out on PS4 and PS5. They're just like, we're going to put it to as many places as we think people will buy it because we don't care about your console sales numbers. We care about our video game sales numbers.
That's true.
And if we can put it into...
That's
bait. It's bait. I can't do it.
Don't do it. Most of your shots killed already anyway.
I'm going to get efficiency because I'm not firing as often as I could be. Oh, boy. Oh, yep,
Whoop.
There it is. I knew one of those guys was going to kill me, and there it was.
Oh.
Their shockwave does so much damage, and then I got hit by the bullet on the swing by.
I'm sorry.
Curses. Very strong build. Those mines were
cooking.
They were devastating.
But I will say,
and yes, if I was manually releasing the mines, I could not get killed by those bulwarks. You don't have to tell me. I know.
Well, yeah.
I just didn't feel like it.
That's true.
I liked the constant cadence, so that way I can get involved in my Nintendo conversations.
Exactly. Plus, this way, no Mr. James just strikes again.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all James's fault.
Yep.
But I got my revenge, clearly.
Yeah, got him.
Well, in any case, that's a very fun build. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. And I guess with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.